everybody, welcome back to the Miskatonic. I have a tummy ache because I just ate ramen way too fast. But I also really want to get this done because once I get this done, I can work on another project that is making me really very excited. Okay, you have to follow me on Twitter though if you ever want to see it. It's not YouTube related. Sorry. I mean, maybe subscribe while you're at it since you'll be down there in the description box anyways. Okay, so talking to everyone. Let's see, what do you gotta say, Nutty Annie? So where were you last night? I snuck into your room, but you weren't there. Oh, right. Spacebar doesn't work. You know, just off on a secret mission. New Orleans, hidden keys, dark revelations, tragic tales, that kind of stuff. Top secret. Probably didn't hear about it. Wait, why were you in my room? I don't know, just for talking. You're pretty much the only person I talk to, other than my brother or the lunch lady. You have a brother? And that's usually about, you know, lunches. That's probably because you're incredibly annoying. Besides, the only thing you talk to me about is trying to chop my booty. Yeah, it's a good dynamic we've got going, ain't it? Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Ah, Charlotte, thanks for the help with my archives. Care to add to them with another secret? Let me think. Well, the reason my hair is like this is so I don't accidentally use my eyes on something. If one of my eyes is covered up, it seems to lessen the effect. Oh, interesting. Weird, huh? Oh yes, I've heard about your magic eyes. I may have a small experiment for you tomorrow, so don't go poking them out before then. And remind me to build a Charlotte ward for my archives. Sounds like fun. See you around, guys. Hey, bestie. Why'd you leave the coven to work here, Rumen? Well, what's the cult of Shub Negras motto? Preach harmony and compassion, for the universe offers neither. Exactly. Try to make the world a better place, because it's incredibly shitty, and that's what these guys do, man. But rather than being nice and helpful to our neighbors, they're creating vaccines, technology, all that kind of stuff. The Miskatonic's on the frontier of occult science, and working here means you get to be part of a collective of history makers. Trust me, Charlotte, they'll remember us when these guys cure cancer, or polio, or tentacleitis. Oh, also, I decided not to wear makeup today, so welcome to my mostly bare face. It's just mascara that I didn't clean off the last time I put mascara on. Which might have been yesterday morning, but I'm not entirely sure. That's kind of bad, isn't it? Well, that makes sense to me. What about you? Why'd you decide to work here? Same reason I became a witch. I really like all this creepy bullshit. Emmons seems to think these guys are on the level, and if I go blabbing about what I saw in New Orleans, I could lose my job. Maybe it was just a handful of nutty folks performing weirdo experiments outside the university's eyesight. But then again, it was a whole facility dedicated to it, with a tunnel leading there and warning signs and stuff all over the walls. No way. This was a legit operation, and I'm gonna find out who's at the top. Okay. I believe in you. So what have you been working on? The rediscovery of one of the lesser species of Yith. It appears to be a form of black sentient cloud, though occasionally forming random solid shards or icicles in its core when under severe distress. The Indians seem to use them as a form of nourishment and humor, torturing them before they inhale the smoke. Gross. The odd thing is, in one of the last chapters of the... There's a P and an N next to each other, and I don't know how that happened. The Pennacotic manuscripts? Wait, I feel like I've heard that before. The Indians write that the clouds communicate in human language. Oh my god, why is my headphones twisted? It's making me angies. Stop it! Stop it! Oh god, don't break them. Okay. I've seen Hyperborean writings describing the human soul as floating black spikes. Funnily enough, sounds like the two might be related. It would mean that the first pre-human contact with the Indians was situated in the lush jungles of the Arctic. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I don't understand lush jungles of the Arctic. Is that something I don't know about, or is that just them being weird? I think we've got an expedition to plan. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay. Hey, babe. Our school's swim team each has a custom-made swimsuit to suit their needs. Their needs, of course, being the extraneous limbs or mutated proportions most of them have. What the fuck is a swimsuit? A suit that you wear when you swim. I'm starting to get the impression that witches are the odd ones out. Okay, fucking weirdo. So how was your internal zombification? Any negative side effects? Nope, it was pretty smooth transition. A pretty smooth transition. Oh, I did figure out a cool trick as to have my intestines falling out. Oh yeah, what's that? Just grab them and rip everything out. Worked like a charm. My torso is completely hollow now. That's disgusting. That sounds like literally the worst thing that could happen to a human being. But if a dumb idea works, it's not a dumb idea, I guess. Did you know our library holds records of every encounter with Yog-Sothoth, the horrific god of eternal knowledge in human history? Wow, how many encounters have we had? None. Weird, right? Oh. Maybe that's why there's so many goofy fellas around. No knowledge god to give them some knowledge. Huh, that explains a lot. To the library! To the library. Oh, Annie's in here. Eating ears. Hello, wobbly bum. Fancy meeting you here. Indulging in some light reading, are we? Well, I was going to check out Tentacle Tactics, a dissertation on regaining control on rogue transmutation circles, but I've lost my appetite for knowledge. Oh, these? My dummy made a hello. White chocolate and sugar paint. I just made these in the kitchen to remind me of home, you know. Wow, really? No. The engineering department exploded, remember? Means I got to pig out. Awesome. Thanks, Annie. Yeah, that's super disturbing. I love the little puppets. They're all so cute. How'd you survive the engineering explosion? It took out the whole department. I was in the garage across campus. It's one of the great things about being a mechanic. You don't spend a lot of time trying to invent a better wrench. Because you're too busy overcharging for spark plugs and peeking at pinup calendars. Gotcha. We had a pinup calendar at the Coven headquarters once. And by pinup calendar, I mean a spell of the month calendar. And by headquarters, I mean Susie's house. And by once, I mean every year since I was 9. Okay. Thanks to our efforts in the Corporium, preternatural medicine has advanced 200 years. New England's mutagenic atmosphere has gone from a cataclysmic Armageddon to a mild mutational new saints. When I was a kid, I saw a guy whose face was a butt crack. Alive and well, thanks to Corporium. Ew. Does the creative writing teacher seem a little weird to you? Whenever someone answers the question wrong, his eyes start pouring with blood. The blood thing's a little disconcerting, but when the class starts clutching their heads and covering their ears to drown out the shrieking, that's what gets me. Huh, our creative writing teacher is either some sort of banshee or just a huge douchebag. Wow. It's gotta be someone from the occult science department who's responsible for extracting brain goo from people. Best keep my snooping here for now. Okay. I'm gonna take my 2 weeks holiday to go work on one of the skullcrackers. Sailing around Relay has got to be the easiest job the Miskatonic offers, right? Kitty! Maybe. If it is kitty. I don't know. You know they call it the Nightmare Corpse City for a reason, right? Because it's a nightmare city filled with corpses. Or a city filled with nightmarish corpses. They say that about everything. They said that about Milwaukee. I bet it's a nightmare city filled with equally nightmarish corpses. But then again, I've never been to Milwaukee. Wow. Ying Ren sickness, China, causes the victim to see a pair of glowing eyes in places of pitch darkness. Sufferers were terrified of falling asleep, noting that the eyes seemed to get closer whenever they looked away from them. The worst sufferers saw them even when they had their own eyes closed. Wow, that's terrifying. Oh god. Pentatonic. Pecodic. Fuck. Panacotic? No. Panna cotta is it's a food. Isn't it like whatever? Jeez. But no. Plague. It's a plague. The pea plague. The Panay plague. The Panay plague. Italy. Scriptures and texts were being hidden inside Italy's most popular newspaper crosswords puzzles. Those that completed the crossword were rewarded with terrifying revelations of the birth of humanity, most being driven insane by their new knowledge. Domestic earwig, New Zealand. A simple earwig that crawls into victims' ears at night, but makes sounds of horrific, muffled screaming and violence. Sufferers thought their neighbors were literally murdering each other, many trying to save contented wives by murdering innocent husbands. The male population of New Zealand halved over the weekend. Wow. That one wins. Though I really seriously would not like seeing the eyeballs. Oh my god, I would die. The other day, I don't understand what he was thinking. So, me and my husband's sleep schedules are off because we were taking turns watching Wisp when she got her surgery so she wouldn't lick her stitches. We had to keep a constant eye on her. But now I can't fall asleep at the right time. But I was asleep and he was awake, and the cats tend to wake me up, and it makes me real grumpy. So he thought he was being nice by watching the cats when they jumped into the bed with me to make sure they didn't wake me up. But what he really was doing was standing at the foot of the bed in a dark room. just standing over me in a dark room. At the foot of the bed, specifically. Even. Scared the ever-living crap out of me. Oh my god. I don't know what to do with myself. It was terrifying. I crawled up the bed before I even realized that it wasn't anything to be afraid of. But yeah, no scary eyeballs for me, please. Thanks. Hey guys. Whoa, what's this wriggling meat slab? That right there is a piece of Cthulhu. That right there is a piece of Cthulhu's skin. Charming, ain't it? Grody. But I thought Cthulhu was some huge alien god. How'd you guys get such a huge chunklet of him? Well, he might be a huge alien god, but he is still corporeal. Whee! Funny story, there's a lost underwater in the Pacific called Relay that used to act as the prison of Cthulhu. What? A lost what? Cultists spent a couple thousand years trying to get him out of there, but a few years ago some Norwegian whaling crew accidentally let Cthulhu out of his cage. Guess it was a lost cage? As Cthulhu chased their yacht, out of desperation, the crew decided to ram his face with their boat. This caused Cthulhu's head to explode into mushy goo, disabling him, but his head slowly started reforming the moment it exploded. Smart fella then immediately told the Miskatonic, who now employs a fleet of icebreakers to continually drive through the mushy remains of his head, stopping him from reforming and destroying the world. Ew. Sounds like a fun gig. What are all the Wigglies doing? They point towards the rest of their host, desperately trying to reform. Nowadays, our supply ship uses small pieces of Cthulhu's flesh to point the way to Relay. Awesome. Thanks for the biology lesson. Gross. Spider legs. I hear the faculty's heading to Dunwich in a couple of days. Need the locals to help build a new portal. Whenever I hear the name Dunwich, it puts a grin on my face to know that, however tough my job gets, at least I'm not a portal diver. And it puts a smile on my face whenever I get my portal diver's paycheck. Damn shame your job of standing in a hallway ain't so lucrative, huh? That's gotta be a pretty big paycheck if it's worth a face made out of buttholes. Jesus. Extracerebral sentience seems to be a common factor outside of the human race. Even when decapitated, some creatures seem to function with some control over their actions. It's a difficult thing to study, at least if you have any qualms about cutting the heads off a diverse selection of adorable animals. I really hope those guys have qualms about cutting heads off adorable animals. All the qualms. So, is there anything else I should know about nature and its communal consciousness or whatever? Yeah. Don't eat carrots, they hate it. Communal consciousness? That's a cool idea. It would be a lot easier to spread harmony if everyone was connected at the brain. Then again, it'd be a lot easier to infect people with the asshole virus. Probably for the best that we all think for ourselves. Okay. How's it hanging, wall man? What say you and me get out of here, hit the town, grab some street food. Could go for a foot long. Awesome. Please don't encourage the Eldritch Barrier, protecting the western hemisphere of our planet from our incredibly volatile experiments in the original Necronomicon to misbehave. Ah, sorry, I'm just fooling around with him. What you been working on? Currently, the effects of applying samples of Necronomicon parchment to heated patches of human flesh. Oh. And? The sample of parchment actually scribes the entirety of the Necronomicon's contents onto the subject's skin, essentially making a new copy of the book by tattooing the subject's skin. Or, you know, scarring. And the people you're doing this to are okay with that? I don't know. That's not my department. Why? Never mind. See you around, Jess. That experiment sounded pretty nefarious, but nothing about brains and goo extraction. Better keep an eye on it. No brains and goo extraction here. Did you hear? They canceled the liberal arts program yesterday. Liberal arts? That's like the study of a little bit of everything, right? Why'd they cancel it? Well, can you imagine studying a little bit of everything here at the Miskatonic? Oh, yeah. I guess that would be a little suicidal. Anyway, you chat with me. Having a brain composed of ethereal ooze does have its drawbacks. Last night I lost some goo, as it had dripped off in the rain, and I forgot everything I learned in college. Wow, how much ooze did you lose? About half a teaspoon, but the only thing I learned in college was how to play beer pong. Oh, okay. Huh, these guys have brain goo pouring out of their heads. I wonder if it's the same brain goo as the brain goo we discovered. But these guys have purple brain goo. Whereas the stuff I found was orange. Are there multiple flavors? Ew. What's up, Charlotte? You're looking a little frazzled. My nose has a tickle. It's nothing. Wandering the halls, listening to what folks are working on, wandering more halls. It's a weird job. Well, if it makes you feel any better, you're making us feel a lot safer. We haven't had an accident in the whole building since you've been here. See you around, Charlotte. That's because most folks are just standing around in the hallway talking about board games and diseases and shit. What are they waiting for? Also, you've only been here for like 2 days. Dr. Thirst Valentine might come off as a little apathetic towards the plight of humanity, but he gets it, and that's what we need at the frontier of occult science. He gets it. What does he get? He gets that that sacrifices have to be made, both from the inside of the university and outside of it. I have a tickle in my nose and it's so bad. Ugh. It's a nice thought to think that all of humanity needs a little love and tenderness, cult girl. But love doesn't cure blight pox, does it? Bye now. Well, I think I just made a breakthrough in my investigation. If Thirst thinks like that, then it ain't hard to imagine that he'd be fine with kidnapping folks. And if Minnie agrees with his methods, maybe other scientists here do too. God, what kind of piece of lint is up there? Oh, okay. Charlotte, finished with your patrol? Yup. All quiet on the Eldritch front. Awesome. It's getting late, and most of the staff tuck in early, so you can take the rest of the night off. Great. I guess I better get on everyone else's body clocks then. I'll leave my room if you need me. All the posters. Well, I'm no closer to figuring out who's behind the brain goo, but there are a few folks acting suspicious. It might just be a dark humor, a coping mechanism, but it sounds like some of these guys are fine with gruesome shit happening to innocent people. I mean, it's not like there isn't plenty of gruesome shit happening to innocent people out there already. But that doesn't excuse kidnapping people and collecting brain goo. First thing tomorrow, I'm gonna find out who it is. Good evening, ladies and gents. Mindy here, wishing you all a pleasant and fulfilling evening. That's so fucking loud, Jesus. You good, bro? Fuck. Mindy here, wishing you all a pleasant and fulfilling evening, pushing the boundaries of occult science with little regard for ethic or consequence. Oh, Sheb, don't tell me she does that every night. And now, everyone's favorite part of the show, Mindy's News, giving you cheerful and uplifting stories from around the world. Uplifting in the sense that it reminds people that our precious little university isn't actually a bastion of liquid shit and human suffering compared to the rest of the world. At least not the worst one. Firstly, there have been reports of sightings in rural Russian villages of a strange new supernatural species described as bipedal, humanoid constructs roughly 15 feet tall with a skin made of thin, clear glass. Strangely, these glassmen appear to be stuffed with loose random human organs, extremities and entrails that all appear to be working correctly. Open hearts beat, unconnected intestines masticate, severed hands wiggle their little fingers. These creatures will wander silently in local villages, take a person's hand and walk back to the forest, with people too petrified to protest. Our local Miskatonic correspondent, Dave Chumley, ends his report from In the Personal Notes section with, oh God, this is the freakiest shit, oh God. She just walked away with it, oh God. One of them has a fetus in its head, oh God, it's breathing, get me the fuck out of here. Hilarious. That's no, oh my God, Jesus Christ. And if you think trained Miskatonic operatives being frightened like tiny babies by walking lunchboxes is fun. What? Right? What? That's gross. Reports from Paris state that the latest operation to clear the so-called void from the catacombs of Paris have ended in disaster. Oh yeah, that god the peanut butter girl worships. Shit's bizarre. The only survivor of the 14-man operation has said that the void once again crept into the minds of the agents, stating that the three turned their shotguns on themselves turned out to be the lucky ones. He went on to describe the deaths of the other 10 men to our university liaison in what could only be described as a puppeted trance, including bashing their heads against catacomb walls, tearing their eyes out and filling the sockets with gunpowder, and simply chewing the flesh off of each other's faces until, in a hollow voice, he told the liaison, "Don't come back," then proceeded to swan dive out of the French headquarters' second-story building onto the concrete below. And from the other side of the world, there have been reports from New Zealand of new supernatural insect infecting the populace. Right, the earwig thing. I heard those guys joking about it. Guess she's not gonna stop talking about creepy bullshit. Might as well try and sleep through it. The creature seems to carry no physically debilitating illness, but while pupating in the victim's ear, will generate the muffled sounds of screaming and brutality, making victims believe that their neighbors are viciously attacking each other. Thousands of people have already been murdered in an attempt to save imaginary spouses from imaginary violence. Local Miskatonic correspondent Sasha, the Basher, Combs has to say, "Just kill her already. I just want to sleep." Aw, Sasha, silly bullocks. There is no her, and talk like that gets you a visit from the Miskatonic's in-house sensitivity trainer. She tried to sensitivity train me once, back when you were allowed to flirt at work. I had never done it before, but the cute lad from the literature department said he was uncomfortable when I sat opposite him with a bowl of spaghetti, stared at him, and screamed, "This could be us," before throwing my head down into the meal. That would have worked in England. Long story short, sensitivity training can suck my spaghetti. Man, I still feel the branding iron on my back, Jesus. The ice water hosing. The bloody speech. "This'll learn you not to be insensitive," she guffaws, whipping hot, dry dock chains across my dangling, broken body. Might as well call it a corpse, the damage on it. Still taste blood at the thought of it. Though that might be someone else's. Alright. Cool. Glad we did that. So, anyway, that's why I'm convinced that drafts are from another dimension. And that concludes Mindy's news. We went a little over the time slot, but that's okay. This has been Mindy in the Morning, signing off for the evening. Good morning, Miskatonic. This is your angelic little ball of adorable Mindy in the Morning, bringing you all the morning announcements from across campus. Wow, I'm impressed that I got that all out. 8. Goddamn. Hours. Firstly, students of the creative writing teacher, Mr. Chithrigazu, have a day off, as Mr. Chithrigazu yesterday accidentally wrote his name on blood-dipped parchment and subsequently opened an access to his cadaverous homeworld, swallowing the entire post office. The post office, of course, being rife with blood and parchment. Secondly, a reminder to students and faculty in the biology department that revolvers held in the wall-mounted glass cases are for suicide purposes only. Don't try to be a hero when Susie splashes herself with a rage virus. Let her do it herself or let our security forces take care of her. The turnover rate is high enough already, and our woodworking teachers are complaining about the amount of coffin projects they have their students working on. The security team is there to die, so you don't have to. Thanks, dick. Finally, our Argentinian outpost has delivered to us a genuine Shoggoth brain. Much to the delight of Dr. Thirst Valentine, the brain has been sent to the Corporium, and testing will begin today. This has been our favorite morning radio host, Mindy in the Morning, with the Miskatonic morning announcements. I want my chapstick. Ah, hello, Charlotte. You're needed in the Corporium, oui? Her little filth bath or whatever it is. Okay, be there in a second. Thanks, Marie. Having so much hair is shitty. It sucks. Alright, time to head to the Corporium, but the investigation's still on, so I gotta keep an eye out for mischief. Oh, there's so many people here. Can you believe it? An actual Shoggoth brain. How'd they finally get a hold of one? I hear the engineering department have been developing some sort of acid rifle. Genius, really. Aw, we haven't got to see our favorite yet. I can't wait to see the look on old Valentine's face. Man, they seem excited. Eerily excited. This is what we've been working towards for decades, a genuine Shoggoth brain. There's so many questions we'll finally be able to answer. It's the start of a new global renaissance, and we're all here to see the genesis of it. This is so exciting. What's the big deal? Okay, take a little peekers. Huh, so this is it. Kinda unassuming for all the commotion outside. Yep, this is a Shoggoth brain, or more accurately, an organ we like to call a sentient smush. It's the one solid organ Shoggoths possess, a sort of webbing that dictates its actions and behavior. After a cursory analysis, I can confirm that it is, in fact, made entirely out of primordial ooze. Primordial ooze? What's that? It's a viscous liquid, orange in color when pure, that is the base ingredient of all life on Earth. Every plant and animal on this planet was created by the manipulation of primordial ooze. It's incredibly difficult to find pure samples, but with this sentient mush, it says mesh, but I'm sure it's mush, we should be able to get a firmer grasp on how primordial ooze works. And to do that, I'd like you to use your eyes on it. My eyes? Uh, sure, I guess. Ew. What's that in the back and for why? Oh. It was fading in, never mind. Still for why, I still don't really like it. Huh, I didn't expect that. Astonishing. Charlotte, please take this report to Avery Marr. I believe he's in the library. But what does this mean? Am I manipulating the brain goo? Am I some sort of psychic wizard or occult halfling? It's too early to start making assumptions, but if ours are correct, it's a very exciting time for the Miskatonic and all of humanity. Well, I better go find Avery then. Did you catch that, Charlotte? Yes, I did, other Charlotte. Primordial ooze. Viscous. Orange. Hard to come by my ass. Motherfuckers have been stealing primordial ooze from people's brains and stockpiling it. But why? And why was that the first test to see if my eyes affected it? Shit's getting intriguing. By the way, phenomenal acting on our part, Charlotte. Oh, your part. Thank you, other Charlotte. Hard to keep a smile going when you've half cracked a case. For now, I better go find Avery and give him the report. Lay low, try and learn what I can about primordial ooze. Maybe she'll be able to close Carlson's face hole, or give Redler new arms, or fix my chronic fear of commitment. Well, let's not wish for miracles just yet, huh? Fixing mutations? I always heard that once you're mutated, you're mutated. Is it something you do with primordial ooze? Do you think the Elder Things had a plan for us? I mean, we are the smartest creatures on Earth, right? They wanted us to carry on their scientific research. That must be it. Why else would we be here? Elder Things. What the hell are Elder Things? Curious and more curious. This goofy bullshit's starting to pile up. Okay, I guess we'll just go in the library. Hey, Emily, have you seen Avery around? I've got a report to give him. Woo-hoo. Well, thanks anyway. Huh, where is he? Guess I'll take a seat. Maybe he'll be back in a minute. Oh, hey Vicky. Where are your little wormy fellers? Oh, one's baking an elaborately tiered, non-Euclidean relay and tentacle cake for an executive brunch. What about the other one? Moral support. Baking a cake isn't really a torso-driven task, so I can wander around for the dumb bits. Are you sure you can trust those wormy things with such a delicate little task? Won't they fuck it up or eat all the icing or whatever? Not if they don't want to kick up the ass. What are you hanging around here for? Didn't you hear about the Shoggoth brain? Yeah, I'm looking for Avery. I've got a report to give him. Oh, I saw him at the main entrance. You'll find him there. Ah, thanks Vicky. I'll go check it out. Ah, there you are, Avery. I've got this report on the Shoggoth brain for you. Huh. Groovy, huh? I used my magic eyeballs on it and it warped into some, like, weird mouth thing. What does it mean? Well, it's mostly about documenting the effects of outside influence on primordial ooze, not so much about your eyes. It turns out that ooze samples seem packed with something akin to natural impulses, creating a sort of rudimentary intelligence that warps its physical properties to better match its environment. Of course, the effect is much more profound when the ooze is exposed to open air, hence the heavily mutagenic atmosphere, but it explains a lot about the slow evolution of species on Earth. If I had to guess, I would say your eyes emit some trace amount of magic that only communicates with raw ooze, which is why the sample changed shape so rapidly. Huh, I guess that's why it messes with people's brains sometimes. Because of the brain goo. Wait, what do you mean, hence the heavily mutagenic atmosphere? The air in New England has primordial ooze in it? Oh, you didn't know about that? Yeah, that was our bad. After the second expedition to Antarctica, a couple decades ago, the Miskatonic discovered that the Elder Things use primordial ooze to create all life on Earth. They brought back about a swimming pool's worth of it for testing, but didn't know it reacts to literally everything. It evaporated into the air, creating the atmosphere New England has today. And since the Miskatonic has the government by the balls, they decided not to evacuate New England, instead using the opportunity to reserve the ooze's mutational properties on the unaware citizens. Which, I might add, furthered the progress of occult medicine by 200 years. Not bad, huh? What the fuck is an elder thing? an intergalactic alien race. Oh, duh. Marie in the Corporium can tell you more about him. Thanks for the report, Charlotte. Okay. I'll go find her then. See you around. This is an elder thing, or at least a drawing of one. Me? Ew. Elder things were a race of alien scientists that came to Earth roughly 1 billion years ago. With their tough hides and nimble tentacle appendages, they could live on both land and underwater. Looks like an evil carrot. They have radial symmetry rather than bilateral symmetry of us Earthlings. Okay. Much like a carrot. But with them, they brought primordial ooze, base ingredient for all life on Earth. Unlocking the secrets of primordial ooze and how to safely manipulate it could bring about a new world. One without hunger, or with the ability to create a species dedicated to working for us, or possibly to jumpstart the next stage in human evolution. Exciting, we? Or accidentally mutating everyone in the tri-state area. We. If we were able to control the mutagenic properties, we could not only fix the people of New England, but let them design themselves to their preferences. Longer legs, bluer eyes. We could even do something about your giant bum. Okay, yes, thank you. Bye. So primordial ooze is responsible for everyone's mutations. I can mess with I can mess with primordial ooze with my eyeballs, and this is the universe's fault that the New England atmosphere is so effed. Oh, the universities, not the universe. Huh. I wonder if I could snag a sample of ooze from the Corporium. No doubt they've got a jar or two of it. Run my own experiments on it, see if I can control it a little. Either way, I got a bad feeling about all this. Shit's seeming evil. What gave it away? How the hell you do that? I don't know. I tell you what though, the dismount don't half play havoc with my jiggle joggers. Oh. What? So what's all the muttering about evil, my lovey? Oh, just some stuff I learned about the university gave me a bad feeling. Like there's some evil going on, you know? Charlotte, my sweet, when you die in some daft experiment, they're gonna chop you up and feed you to me. They ain't exactly pillars of moral integrity, mate. Yeah, but that's, you know, recycling. And an ongoing experiment they're running on us to see if eating people makes people crazy. Spoiler alert, you gotta be crazy to eat people. It's when all this science stuff starts hurting folks outside. That's what I feel weird about. The mutagenic atmosphere, it's a university experiment they effed up, and now New England's all screwy because of it. That's not fair, right? Let's you and me run away together then. What? Yeah, we'll go back to England. You'll hunt monsters for a living, and it'll be your darling wifey in a polka dot dress, cooking roast beefs in a pea green oven. You can do that whole pipe and slippers thing like a proper American husband. Rough day at work, covered in blood and claw wounds. Kick your shoes off. 12-bore shotgun in the umbrella stand. Dinner at 6, bed by 11, dead by 8. Oh, dead by 80. Okay. Proper traditional. That actually sounds like fun. It does! Let's get married, Annie. Yep, and don't you feel better with a little exit strategy? Back in London, we call it a fuck it. Like, just a little plan we all dream up for when shit gets slightly too awful. Helps us get through the day. Oh yeah, I do kind of feel better. Thanks, Annie. Not a problem, my lovey. Just give me a day's notice if you ever want to escape the country, and we'll be on a boat by breakfast. Oh hey, your brother works in the Corporium, right? Do you think you could sneak me a sample of primordial ooze? I'll have it on your desk before you know it. Thanks, Annie. I owe you one. I'll hold you to that on the honeymoon. Ah. Well, with Annie swiping a sample for me, I better do a quick patrol to keep up appearances, then go back to my room to do my experiment. Cool. Hey, Vicky. Where's everybody at? Usually there's a lot more folks mulling around. Oh, there's a trip to Dunwich tomorrow. Most of the staff are preparing for that. Dunwich? Isn't that where little Lizzie's from? Yep, Lizzie of Dunwich is in fact from Dunwich. I hope it's not Lizzie's brain. Ah, mystery solved. Danny! Hey, babe. Hello, my lovey. What you say? Are we making a break for it? First, I gotta find out why the Miskatonic stockpiling primordial ooze. This investigation ain't over yet. Well, you know where to find me. Standing on the ceiling. Okay. Hang in there. Ah, Charlotte, one more secret for posterity? Nope, that's pretty much all I got. What are you doing with all these secrets anyway? Archiving them? Historians tend to overlook the minute of a person's life, especially when larger events overshadow daily life. With my secrets archive, future historians will know the tiniest detail of our facility. Okay, just make sure I was recording. With my secrets archive, future historians will know the tiniest detail of our faculty. Who we were. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. This is around when I normally go to bed. Who we were, how we behaved, and exactly what's happening during our time here. Huh, well, that's pretty noble, I guess. See you around, Nico. Hey, Charlotte, do you think you could use your eyes on me again? I need to forget a few things. I don't have that much control over them, but I guess it's good practice. Just like, hey, yeah, okay, I guess I'm fine with it. I guess I'm cool with it. What could go wrong? Did it work? Nope. Still haunted by the screams of 1,000 prior librarians, driven mad by the futile attempts to alphabetize the rotting text of Pneuthon. But on the plus side, I've forgotten where I parked. Well, you're welcome. To the library. Are you entirely sure you want to apply for occult science security? It's a lot quieter than what you're used to. And the memories come crawling in. Between the possibility of the occasional flashback in the occult science building and the actual danger of being torn in half by a rift in the space-time continuum in the math department, gotta go with the occasional flashback. Suit yourself. Check in with me in about 2 weeks. I'll sort out the paperwork. Huh. Are they looking to double security? Or are they looking to replace the current security? Blump. It's always uncomfortable when so many people are away from the university. It might be a little dangerous here, but it's much worse out there. Aw, Mama Annika worried about her little flock? Come on, as long as they're not going to Mexico, England, Northern Canada, New Zealand, Africa, Europe, or Asia, they're pretty safe. Or Australia. Or South America. Huh, sounds like the world's pretty effed. You wouldn't think it walking around here, except for all the mutants, I guess. And the toxic body warping atmosphere. And the huge conspiracy of body and brain snatching that I'm currently investigating. So, I guess you would think it walking around here. Okay. Guess trips to Dunwich are a thing for the occult science guys. Looks like all the other buildings are bustling away. Works for me, makes the investigation that much easier. Cool, I guess. Good for us. Are we really willing to sacrifice everything we've built at Dunwich just for one simple test? A simple test that can decide the fate of the human race? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's worth it. The Dunwichers can rebuild. They can do it once a week, anyway. Curious. Hey guys, nice outfits. Where are you guys off to? Just this kill a bunch. Wow. I love how her fingers are sticking through her hat. The Bahamas. Okay. There have been reports of an outbreak and we have been tasked with fact-finding mission. We? Oh, really? What's broken out? Rum. It's an epidemic. The natives need a couple of gorgeous scientists to get rid of it. I get it. A romantic vacay. Well, have fun, you guys. We'll only be gone a couple of weeks, so try not to destroy the place. Eh, big stuff? Don't worry, guys. You can count on me. Everything will be right where you left it. Though it's kind of weird to, like, get dressed up in your bathing suits and stuff when you still gotta get there. But then again, maybe there's a portal that just takes them straight there. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Ah, hey, Spooky. Ah, Ruiner. Try to make sure your eyes don't fall out in the coming weeks. That would impede the advancement of science. Quite a bit. Well, plus I wouldn't be able to see anything. Oh, how terrible. Brett. It's rare to see Thirst out and about. Always puts me on my best behavior. Guess that makes my job a lot easier, huh? I guess so. Sorry, Charlotte. Ethereum's closed for the day while they're preparing for the Dunwich trip. Huh? What's the Ethereum got to do with Dunwich? Purifying diving suits. Portal diving's a dangerous job. They need all the help they can get. We bathe our diving suits in the Ethereum's ichor, which gives them like a 2% better chance of not dying atrociously in between dimensions. Huh. Well, tell him I said hi. See you around. Hey! So, I was a guest at the Arkham Elementary School for Mutated Munchkins, right? And I'm like, little kids, impressionable, might as well tell them about Shub-Nugrath's Colts. Try not to be a douche. It's a lot easier to learn when you're a little baby child. Or so I've heard. Exactly. But then this snot-nosed little anus of a child gets up and he's like, if these love cults are so great, why do we still need the police and the army or whatever? But I've never wanted to dropkick a 7-year-old before. I imagine it feels fantastic. Well, the police are there to stop folks stabbing other folks. You can't force people to be loving each other, you just gotta be groovy and hope other people see how awesome it is and join in. Yeah, I guess. What if you could, though? You can't. But what if, like, what if there was a machine that, like, just turned everybody into nice people? The nice people wouldn't notice, and the assholes are now nice people. People would be like, yeah, that was a monumentally assholey thing to do, but, you know, can't argue with the results. World peace, done, you know? I think some people tried that before, but a whole bunch of people got killed. The machine was guns. Not a damn war, Charlotte. I mean, a spell or something. Pour love potion into the ocean. Sounds like a song name. Pour love potion into the ocean. And then go with the motion of the love potion ocean. Okay, it is a song. Well, if I guess you wanted to turn humanity into a giant tribe of bonobos, that's a noble way of going about it. Noble go for the bonobo goal. Yeah, I guess that's one way to achieve world peace, huh? Yep, but still a douchey thing to do. Us cultists just have to God. Sometimes it's really fucking hard to talk. I just kept switching between the words and could not. No. Anyway, us cultists have just gotta be groovy, and other folks will be groovy too. Eventually. You're right, Charlotte. Forget I said anything. Okay. Forgotten. Okay, patrol done. There's a bunch of suspicious motherfuckers around here, but not enough evidence to go to the cops. Better get back to my quarters, see if Annie swiped a sample of primordial ooze for me. A ponytail, how cute. Right. Hair up and sensible. Jimmy jams secured. Socks moderately adorable. I do agree. Repugnant base ingredients for all life on Earth, delivered and ready for experimentation. Let's do some fucking science. Hypothesis. I can control primordial ooze with my eyeballs. Method. I'm basically gonna try and do that. Results? Results. What are the results? This part is always like just long enough that it's a bit like, what do I do with myself? I straightened out my legs and it feels nice. I guess that's the fun thing about sitting on the floor is I can put my legs just straight out in front of me. No chair to make me have to bend my goddamn knees. What the fuck? It actually worked. I am literally the queen of badasses. Can do some math. Others can write Some can do math. Others can write poetry. But Charlotte Strange can make a shoggoth out of yogurt. Maybe with enough practice, I can unmutate all the effed up folks in New England. Maybe even get rid of the atmosphere. On the other hand, if my suspiciousness gland is wobbling correct, maybe I should keep this on the down low, at least until I've got some practice in and don't turn people's mutations into shoggothi mush or whatever. In any case, I gotta learn how to fix folks, and the only way to do that is to practice on primordial ooze. First thing tomorrow, I gotta ask Annie and Eddie for more samples. Is that Annie? So the little witch girl had discovered that the university was responsible for the mutagenic atmosphere covering New England, which had mutated thousands of people across the states. But had also discovered that her strange eyes had the ability to warp primordial ooze, the orange goo that courses through the brain and veins of human beings. And you saw that I was on holiday for this next part, so again, completely innocent of all crimes. So the little witch girl was sent on another mission, this time to... Can I help you? It is Annie. Is she in a bath towel? Just been giving wobbly arse a bath. She put up a good fight, nearly got one of the duchesses off, but a quick elbow drop got her in the tub. Why are you... What? Should see the bathwater. It's like liquid tuberculosis. Like a chimney sweep's chamber pot. I thought I used too much of the hot tap for a minute. Looked like she was melting to the bone. All the gunk coming off. She's like 3 inches shorter in every direction now. Nothing like working with your hands. I could make a trade out of this. Charlotte washes ink. I'll wash to Charlotte at a lovely, reasonable price. Bugger it. I'd do it for free just to watch that squirmin' screamin' combination. Made me ribs ache laughing so hard. Who are you again? Nutty Annie? Cannibal darling? Amazon of the Cheshire? Legs that go on forever and a smile like a smacked arse? What the fuck? Oh, right. I didn't recognize you with your hair down. Our story resumes. Charlotte assigned as security for a school excursion to the underground portal manufactory known as Dunwich. Okay, I thought I'd read it wrong. I did not. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, but this is also a good time to end it because we've been going for 53 minutes. So, cool. I'm so excited to go further, but I'm gonna stop here for today. Also, why was Annie giving her a bath? I'm so confused. But, you know, I ship it. Whatever, it's fine. Thank you everybody for coming out and playing with me. I had a ton of fun. Remember to subscribe if you want. Maybe give it a like. Maybe give me a comment. I don't know. Support your local YouTube fanatic. See y'all in the next one. Bye!